polio is right now an endemic. The other countries are India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. So hundreds of children are paralyzed each year in Nigeria with polio. This is my friend Jonathan that I had the pleasure of meeting when I was in Nigeria. He got polio when he was a child. You can see he lost the use of his legs. And you have to be very resourceful in Nigeria because without money or wheelchairs or access to wheelchairs or even wheelchair accessible buildings, he's taken a bicycle and welded it, because he's very good with his hands, and made an upside down bicycle into a wheelchair so he can pedal it with his hands. And Johnson's really talented in the community. Everybody in the community brings their electronic equipment to Johnson to get repaired, so their TVs, VCRs, DVD players, that type of thing, their stereos. So our partner organization in Nigeria called YARAC went and used the funds that we gave them to give Johnson some tools. So they bought these tools that you see down here, right here on the screen. They bought these tools for Johnson to be able to repair this equipment. So they started a skill acquisition group for people with disabilities as well as women. This was the next village that we visited, called Mazda, the village of Mazda. We had to walk 5 kilometers down this road that was all rocky. You couldn't get a car down it. So when the people wanted to leave to get in and out of their village, they had to walk 5 kilometers out the road and then 5 kilometers back. So it would be a 10-kilometer walk to get in and out of the village. But first, they had to get through this river. This bridge collapsed in their village a few years back, and the government refuses to build them a new bridge because the government is so corrupt there. So we think our government's bad in Canada. Well, it's nothing compared to Nigeria. So the people have to wear their good clothes into the village, or wherever they're going, they have to wade through the dirty, polluted water to get in and out of their village. And oftentimes the river rises 6 feet high, so they have to wait until it goes down, until it's passable, so you can't really get out of the village in the rainy season. So you can imagine the types of problems that they would have. This was one of the most amazing experiences for me on the entire trip. As we were walking 5 kilometers down into the village on this really hot day in Africa, a long hike down, we were getting to the bottom of the hill towards the village, and we saw these guys in the distance coming towards us, dancing and playing the drums and playing the flute. You could hear it in the distance and you could see them coming towards you. And I thought it was amazing, like what a welcome into a village. So we think we have great hospitality here in Newfoundland. Well, Nigerians are hospitable. They're second to none, I thought. And they played for at least 45 minutes, a long time in the hot sun. Seven million people in Nigeria have HIV and AIDS. 1 million people are sex trade workers, so you can imagine how easily it's passed around. 10% of the people get treatment, only 10%. So about 200,000 people die every year from HIV and AIDS in Africa. And this community is amazing. Their name is Dadin Konoa. Dadin means something that's sweet. Konoa means for everybody, so it means a nice place for everyone to live. And it's really fitting for this particular group of people because these are some of the women that have come together. And what they're trying to do now is they're trying to get the parents not to prostitute their children. So the parents are prostituting their children to get money for food, and the kids are like 12 years old and stuff, so they're getting the parents not to prostitute their children. And they're also fundraising in the community to raise money for education, to get those kids into school, because these families can't afford to send the kids to school, because even though it's paid for by the government, there's still money for uniforms, school fees, and books. So they're fundraising what little money they have to get these kids into school, and they've also set up an education group to educate people on STIs and HIV, because a lot of the men refuse to wear condoms, and some of the sex trade workers are educating these men, their clients, on the importance of wearing condoms, and that's sometimes how education is getting passed down, is from the prostitutes to their clients. So this is the community, Dadin Konoa, something that's great for everyone, a nice place for everybody to live. So we do have the means to end world poverty. There are 3 ways to end world poverty: education, infrastructure, and healthcare. And we have the money in our country to end poverty in the world. We have the manpower, we have the people, we have the resources. But my question to you is, do we have the will? I think there are many people in this country that do want to do something to end world poverty. So my challenge to everybody in our country is, why don't we come together and work together and organize ourselves to end the suffering that's going on, and to end these problems, and to end the poverty. Let's do it right here, right now. Thank you.